In Piper's older years, Yvonne.
There we go. Sorry about that noise in the background. I had to mute my computer. This is going to be a short one, folks. Like, if I can make it 30 minutes, it'll be nice. Once we get people in here, I'll explain what's going on. Hey, Jay. Hey, Jane. Let me just set up the chat in the background. This is going to be super, super short. But I wanted to come on the air. I'm alive, Jay. That's all I can tell you. Let's see. Let me just fix the chat on the phone to all messages so I can see the same messages that are on my computer. This will be short. Jay, Jane, Kathy, Mary, Deanna. I so much appreciate you guys being here. Two things have happened, before I get to today's story. You know what? I didn't count the days yet. What? I always do this before I go on the air, but I've had a rough night, folks. Let me tell you. Let me just count the days really quick on the Nancy Guthrie case. 128. Oh my gosh, we're at 128 days. I'm not going to say too much about this today. I set the goal for just 30 minutes because I'm going to have to get off the air. I mentioned yesterday that I was having a recurrence of vertigo. It got really bad. I mean, really bad. Usually if I lay down and I don't turn my head either left or right, it just depends on which side it's on. It's usually on the left side. Then I'm okay, unless I move. But last night, I couldn't sit on the sofa and put my head back on the pillow. I couldn't lay in the bed, not the tie bed. I couldn't turn left. I couldn't turn right. I almost fell yesterday morning trying to just make it to the restroom. Like, I almost fell coming back to the bed last night. I tried to feed the bunny in the middle of the night in case I slept in. I almost fell into her. She has like an open pen that's open on one side so she can free roam. Like, it was so bad. And on top of that, thank you, Jane. This is from the Minnesota Twins. On top of that, there's a very nice viewer here. I almost hate to like say this because I know she's going to be watching this. And you know who you are, Sue M. in Massachusetts. She sent me a very nice gift that she didn't have to do. It was off the Amazon wish list. She just came up with it because she thought it might be healthier for me. Well, apparently the Zevia, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Is it Zevia or Zevia? Whichever it is, it has either stevia or stevia. I don't know. Maybe it's stevia. Whatever it is, I'm highly allergic to it. So not only was I already feeling nauseous due to my vertigo, but I poisoned myself by drinking 1 can of that yesterday while I drank part of it on the air and the rest of it last night. It's going to take 24 hours to 72 hours to completely rid that poison out of my body. I am so sorry. I don't want her to feel bad, but I can never have that. I'm going to put the diet ginger beer back up on the list or just take all the sodas off the list because I don't need to be drinking that anyway. I need to lose like probably 35 pounds. Maybe in the last couple of days I already have. I don't know. I'm just like, I was so violently ill from that. And then to add the vertigo on top of it. And I've already had like a brain scan and been to an ear specialist, all of that. And they're just like, it's your vertigo, blah, 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 blah. You should go to physical therapy, but we have to send you far away and you'll need a ride every day because it'll make you sick. Like, well, I don't have a ride every day. Very rarely do I get a ride. I only get a ride when there's an absolute dire emergency because I don't have any family that lives here. And my bestie lives on the other side of town and she's usually sick or busy with grandkids. So, like, she helps me for my surgeries, but I don't have a ride every day to go, 10 miles this way and back, have to pay for the Ubers or the parking. Like, it's just not going to happen. So, I'm just having to deal with this vertigo again since April of 2025. I had it about 10 years before, but it's really bad now. And it was on both sides. And then I was Zevia stevia or Zevia stevia, however you pronounce it, ill. So, hey, Mrs. Alaska Assassin, welcome in. So that is why today will be short. That is why the goal is set for only 30 minutes. I want to play you a clip regarding the Nancy Guthrie case. I cannot show you the clip or I'll get busted and maybe demonetized for reused content. It's happened before. So I have to be very, very careful. Hi, Christy. Hey, Janice. Thank you for the prayers. I mean, I'm okay. It's been worse. But last night, I wanted to die. And when the cat started her morning screams, I was like, please, just let me lie here and die. I wasn't even, I'm always concerned about my animals when something happens to me, but I was so beyond sick that at that moment I didn't care. I was just wishing for my death. It was that bad. And it's just, I cannot, I'm feeling a little bit of it now because the chat's moving like, woo. And I just moved back in this chair and I just, whoa, whoa. And I don't want to literally, I could fall out of my chair while I'm talking to you. So I want to play you this clip. I'm going to move the mic closer. I have my iPad right here. Hopefully I can bring it up. There's a little commercial that's going to play. Oops, don't. Says this commercial will resume in 12 seconds. Well, I have to turn on the sound. I don't want to play you guys the commercial. Oh, every time I tap it, it disappears. So I'm going to have to turn on the sound. And we'll just ignore the commercial. Yes, 3 seconds left, then we'll get it.
You know, it's really hard to come back. And I've been trying so hard to hold it together, and I promise I will. This show and this hour especially is like about joy, but having you and all my I mean, everyone at the people behind the scenes, people in my ear, the producers, our castmates, it's like, you know, when I see you in the morning, I know that you see me no matter what is going on. And sometimes it's almost too much because I feel like to do the job, I gotta keep it together, pull it together, you know. But I'm happy to be back, and it's like the 2 hours of my day that it's not that I'm not thinking about it because I am. Yeah. But it's something to do, and it brings me a lot of joy to be with everybody. Yeah. But no, it's not easy. It's a little respite. And you are my family. I mean, I don't think if I had any other kind of job, I would have even tried to come back. Yeah. You know, but I was like, well, I didn't, you know, I just felt like, well, what else should I do? And my mom would have said the same, like, honey, you know, just keep going. And so I am.
Yeah. You know, I have tears in my eyes. I understand what she's saying. Sometimes you need a distraction. My deceased friend Kelsa used to tell me that. The one that the cat is named after. April, you need a distraction. You need to stop thinking about the cancer and the treatment and how sick you feel every single day of your life. That's bringing you down. You need to do something that makes you happy. You need a distraction. Well, this makes me happy. So I thought, you know what, this will be good for me, even though I haven't really eaten anything since last night, and I probably should. I didn't even order the groceries like yesterday or today. Like I was just like, oh, I feel so bad. But I'm like, I'm going to get myself over to the pharmacy, which is close, hopefully not have an attack while I'm driving, pick up the prescriptions, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to do what makes me happy. And I'm glad that Savannah is doing what she needs to do for her and her family. I understand her position 100%. And Savannah Guthrie, we wrap our loving arms around you here. Hashtag justice for Nancy. Nancy, we will never stop trying to find you. We will never stop making your case relevant. Christy says, my heart hurts for her. Mine too. Deanna says, sending prayers. Jay, you make us happy. Get well soon. Yeah, I just can't have any more Zevia or Stevia or Is it stevia or stevia? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's bad for me. It wasn't as bad as when my friend Kelsa got me off meat after cancer and got me on the vegan meat, which almost killed me because there was something in that I was allergic to. And I had to have my stomach scoped, but I needed that anyway because I have a hiatal hernia, so there's a big giant yucky looking hole in my stomach. It's really gross. And so I needed those pictures, but that was bad because I was so messed up from cancer and radiation, and someone had to give me a ride, and we had to fart around all day at the facility. And it was during the pandemic, and they're like, well, we really need to hose you from both sides, but we can't do that because it's a pandemic, so which one do you want? Like, it was rough. And so I slowly introduced the chicken back to my diet, and eventually the turkey. Still no red meat, no vegan stuff, but definitely no Zevia for me. I know the aspartame and the ginger beer is probably bad for me, and that's why Sue didn't want me to have that anymore. But Sue, that really helps my stomach. And I wish I had a bottle of it right now because I was near death last night. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I didn't want to say anything because I don't want her to feel bad. Sue, also known as Susan M. in Massachusetts, you know how much I love you. And I love that you support the channel. I wish I could send it back to you. Is there a way I can get it back to you? And you can enjoy it because she tried it and she really liked it. We have to take somebody out. But yeah, that's the statement from Savannah. Were you guys able to hear that okay when I replayed it? It's stevia, not stevia. Okay, stevia. Thank you, Jay. Am I saying it right now? Stevia? Thank you. I wasn't sure. My body, I've had a bad stomach since I was 10. I'm not saying it right. Stevia. Is it stevia? How much do I weigh? Oh my God. Why would I tell you that? Time out. Probably a lot less than I did yesterday. Oh, and it wasn't that bad, Oh, I took some over-the-counter medication, but, you know, I'm not even allowed to take my Zofran anymore unless I absolutely am dying because apparently that can trigger an arrhythmia in my heart. And I have an arrhythmia, every single day. Luckily, I've had 2 AFib surgeries. And right now, knock on wood that I'm okay, but my heart doesn't beat right. I have skip beats, missing beats, PACs, PVCs. The doctor's not worried about it. But, as my mother would say, if you have to take a pill for something like that and your heart's not beating right, it's probably not a good sign. And so I'll probably be joining her on the other side a lot sooner than she intended. But she lived to be 84. I'm only 61. I've been fighting for the last 10 years. So, but enough about me. I just, I literally had tears in my eyes. I cried when I heard Savannah's latest statement. And I know she doesn't like to talk about it on the show. She likes to keep, and they've been told, her coworkers have been told, her cast has been told, don't talk to her about it on a live, don't ask her about it. I just assumed that they have. But I guess it was time something needed to be said. There's so many people ragging on Savannah. Like, how could she go back to work when her mother is missing? Well, what is she supposed to do? Just, sit in her house and cry all day? Um, it's just, it is what it is. She was away for, I think it was about 2 months of work. February, she had to cancel her trip to Italy. March, I think she went back to work the day after Easter. And Easter was late this year. It was in April because I think it was about a week before my birthday. So, yeah, like she missed a lot of work. She's contractually obligated. I know the show and NBC said take as much time as you need, which is wonderful because NBC, they're usually not that nice. I mean, I never had problems with them. I actually got along with them really well when I handled one of their shows. Um, you know, but I don't know. Have you heard the old Howard Stern little skit where he talks about NBC? It's the funniest thing I've ever heard of my life, just because I've dealt with it. And I'm not even in the entertainment business. I'm in the PI business, and I've handled some security, things like that. Jay says, Granny 95, Mom 80, mine will be 65. Mine what will be 65? I'm a little slow today, Jay. Who cares anymore? Well, hello. Oh, you're in? Don't say that. Don't say that. Oh my gosh. What will Roger do without you? Don't say that. What would we do here without you, Jay? Of course, by then I'd probably be gone too. So I don't know. It's just everybody be thankful that none of us are, 6 feet under today, and we're up and walking around, even though I'm walking around a little sideways. And when I was walking out of CVS and I was being so careful, my right leg got tangled up somehow in my cane because I was so like messed up. And I thought, boy, they're going to think I'm drunk and I'm getting in my car to drive, like, oh my gosh. And of course, the store was full. And of course, the line was long. Luckily, I remembered to bring my K95 mask. Oh, and then there was some lady in there, or maybe it was a younger woman, like maybe a teen or early 20s age girl. I didn't want to look at her, but apparently she must have just had some dental surgery. And somebody was with her, thank God, to help her pick up her prescriptions because she had a big cloth or tissue hanging out of her mouth and it was like dripping blood all over it. I thought, oh my God, like, can't they just let her stay in the car? Like, I'm already so queasy from the vertigo and from the stevia or stevia poisoning that I'm like, oh, I didn't need to see that at the pharmacy. Um, 6 years, that's enough for me. Oh, don't say that. I felt like last night, usually I'm like, no, I have to fight. I have to fight. I have to fight for Kelsa Kitty and for Amelia Kinsley Bunny. I have to fight. Or at least if I'm going to die, I have to call a neighbor to say, I'm at the hospital. Go take care of the kids. And if something happens to me, this is who you call. But I just felt so bad that when Kelsa was doing her meow, all morning long, and I was like, can you just shut the F up and let me die? Like, oh my God. And then I opened up the refrigerator and I saw I think it's like an 8-pack or something. I don't know if there's 6 or 8 in there, but I saw the box and I'm just like, oh, I can't even look at that box right now. But it wouldn't be so bad if I just didn't have the vertigo and if the doctors could fix the vertigo. So I'm going to go do the exercises. That's why I'm only going to be here a few more minutes. Hey, Kathy, you'll have to listen to the replay. This is a short one today, but welcome in. Um, so yeah, I know. And the lady, she was so sweet, the lady that sent me the drink because she didn't want me to get poisoned from the aspartame. But apparently, I can handle that poison just fine. But whatever is in the drink that she sent me, I can't. I just can't do it. And after last night, and on top of a vertigo episode, which I already had the day before, before I drank that. So, you know, and I don't, and they tell you, I looked it up and they're like, don't drink, don't smoke, don't do caffeine. I don't do any of those. No caffeine, no alcohol, no cigarettes, no illicit drugs. But yet, something like a bottle of or a can of soda that was sent to me as a nice gift almost kills me on top of the vertigo, which, that came back. I had it 10 years ago, at least, for a couple of days. That was horrible. My ex-boyfriend actually drove me to the doctor for that, and he had just been diagnosed with cancer. That's why I kind of remember when it was. Here he was fighting cancer, and I'm trying to save him, and he's driving me to the doctor. He did the same thing for my eye surgeries. We always remained friends, even though we had not been together for years. But now I'm on my own, and it was just like, oh my God, now the vertigo came back, and then I got soda poisoned, and yeah, just like, and I think I do need to eat something that'll probably make me feel better. So anyway, I can't really look at the chat that much if I'm not ignoring you, but if I look and the thing is moving up and down, it may like trigger me, and you might see one eye go this way and one eye, because apparently you have like rapid eye movement, like when it's happening. If all of a sudden my eyes start going bug-eyed, that's because I'm like, whoa, and hopefully I don't fall out of my chair. Kathy says they found out who dumped poop by Nancy. This woman said it on Alex's reporting. I saw that with the Jews. I also heard someone took all the flowers from Memorial, but people are sending new ones. I saw that. And apparently, this Sue Ellen admitted to it, um, from what they said. Dawn, I can't do any of those types of sweetness. I get extremely bad migraines and nausea. Yeah. Oh boy, it was bad. Um, Digestive distress, bloating, gas, and nausea, and a bitter aftertaste. That's exactly what I had. And on top of that, I have the vertigo. And usually with the vertigo, as long as I'm in a lying down position and I lie to the opposite side that it is, and I don't quickly stand up or turn my head to the left, I'm okay. But yesterday morning when I woke up, it was affecting me on the right. And I'm like, well, this isn't good. So then I tried to go left. That wasn't good. Then I tried to sit down after, my live yesterday on my sofa just to rest my back. But the sofa kind of like makes me lean back a little bit. And I was like, whoa, like I can't do that. What's going to happen when I go to bed and lie down? And oh my God. And you know me, I'm old. I have to get up, 3, 4 times a night to pee. So TMI, but yeah, like every time I stood up, it was like, oh my God, it was, I'm like holding onto the walls and, stumbling into things. And I knew like, I'm not going to call an ambulance and, have to pay the ambulance bill to the fire department and pay the hospital bill and pay the emergency room doctor so they can just fill me full of drugs that'll knock me out and make me sleepy, and then I won't be able to drive home, and I'll have to take an Uber, and and then I'll be sleeping for 2 days from the drugs, and it could trigger another arrhythmia in my heart. It'll be a 6-month wait to get the surgery, and I might not be able to live that long waiting for the next, heart ablation. It's just like, no, 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 no. I'm just gonna stay home, and I'm just going to suffer and hopefully still be alive in the morning. Shouldn't Sue Ellen get charged for what she did? Well, if they can prove it, yes. J, blood pressure drops because stevia can't lower blood pressure. Individuals already taking blood pressure medication should use it cautiously to avoid dangerously low level. Yeah, absolutely. And I still don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but probably should have looked it up before I came on the air. But don't drink it, folks. It's dangerous. Oh, absolutely. Juice at least doesn't have to go to court. Why is that? Did something happen? Kathy Mowry, I built a plant stand, 2 loads of laundry, ran my dishwasher, and cleaned my bedroom. Good for you. Jean Newbeck, hello. Oh, hard to please guy. If I'm so pathetic and boring and stupid, why do you come in for every single chat and watch my videos? Thank you for watching. Time out. These are funny. It doesn't bother me a bit, actually. He doesn't have to show up. I don't know why. I haven't heard that. I know that there's a petition and I signed it and I put it on my YouTube under my community tab. So you guys go sign the petition to get this case thrown out. If something's recently happened since I came on the air, I haven't heard about it. I was, just praying to God, like, let me get through the pharmacy, let me get through there and out of there. And they always put the pharmacy section in the back of the store, so you have to walk all the way to the back, and then all the way to I'm just like, and then I almost tripped on my own cane because I'm still like, "Ooh," like, hopefully, usually it goes away in a couple days, but I do know how to lay down on the my regular bed, the one that I can't sleep in anymore because the mattress has been shot for, I don't know. I know since I had cancer and my sister was sleeping in it, she was like, "Oh, this bed, it's killing me." I'm like, "I know it's bad, but I'm sleeping on the floor." Like I do need a new bed, but I still keep it there, and I lay down on it, and you hold your head to the right 45 degrees for so many seconds, and it's really hard, like 30 seconds to a minute, actually. Then you turn it again where now you're on your side. You do that for another 30 seconds to a minute. Then you turn it to the other side that's not affected. But see, both sides were affected. So it was really hard. And then you're supposed to very, very, very carefully stand up while you're still like looking at the floor. It wasn't easy. Um, if anyone watches Alex, please have him take his recording to the police department. Yeah, I wasn't watching Alex. I was watching the Juice, but I think they were out there together. And Juice was like, I saw her pull up, and then I didn't hear exactly what she said, but supposedly she admitted that she put the poop out there. I don't know if she admitted to putting the rocks and desecrating the cacti, but she admitted to putting the poop out there, apparently. Although I didn't hear her say that, but apparently she said that. But I did see when because they moved their position so that their feet wouldn't be touching the pavement. And I saw her, leave and come back, and she was speeding, and she kind of like swerved towards them like she was going to run them over with the car. And that alone should get her, in the slammer for at least one night, because I think she was trying to send a message like, I'm going to run you over. And they said, like, oh, look, here she comes, here she comes. And she's speeding. And she got very dangerously close to them and just sped by on the cul-de-sac. Like that person, that is bad. That person should be spending the night in the slammer. Cat lady said she admitted everything. Oh, to the cactus desecration as well, and the rocks. And she said she did that because she doesn't want the YouTube streamers there. That was the neighbor Sue Ellen, Jay. Yeah, it's just awful. Hopefully she'll be arrested. But yet, an innocent black man is being charged instead because his toes, part of his shoe was on the concrete or the blacktop, the pavement. Absolutely ridiculous. Pima County Sheriff, we've already talked about this. You suck, and you're full of racist sheriff deputies. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Peggy. Hey, April, how's it going, sweetie? You'll have to see the beginning. Thank you, Peggy, for hitting the like button. Yeah, I've got 2 minutes left. That's why I set the goal for 30 minutes only. And then I'm out of here because between the Zevia or stevia, whatever it is, poisoning, and the and I'm so sorry, Sue. You know I love you, and I appreciate everything that you've done. I mean, my gosh, she sent me Venmos. She sent me a couple of those ginger beers, like a couple of cases of that. Like, she's such a sweetheart. But she tried to surprise me, and I went up to the mailbox, and this time it just didn't work out. So, anyway, yeah, this is just a short one. I wanted to play the clip from Savannah. Um, it's just awful. You'll have to see the beginning of the video if you guys missed the clip. I cried listening to Savannah. Everybody, I want justice for Nancy. Hashtag justice for Nancy. Let's keep this case going. I shouldn't be on the air today, but I am. And I know I probably provided TMI, but I'm doing the best I can. I want to feel better. I want to be able to eat something, even if it's just a little something. Maybe this will help get my diet going with the fact that I've just felt so physically ill. And I'm scared to go to bed tonight, and I'm exhausted because I haven't slept much. It's hard to sleep when you can't lay down with your head on the pillow. It was just bad. And then I woke up and I saw this, and I was just like, oh my God, my heart, Savannah. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm proud of Savannah. You know, she's going on for not only for her job and for her family and for her children. I know she's, worried sick about her mother every day. And the longer it goes, the less of a chance of, this all being resolved. I'm hopeful that it still will be resolved. I'm hopeful that they will find her, but they may not. They may have a murder case on their hands with no body to prosecute at some point. Everybody, thank you for coming. If you didn't see the beginning, please hit the replay. Sorry I can't go longer, but it is what it is. And thank you. Love you all.